everyone. This is Keith Valentine, the Pickleball Pirate, and this is our game in the Clear 1 Open Championship against Rosti Sobek and William Sobek. And we know these guys from watching them on YouTube and seeing them play for years, and had been doing some film study on them, and really were expecting them to come out blasting. They hit everything hard. They used to not have any soft game, and so that's what I expected when we came to play them. And also, we really didn't take advantage of some of the benefits that we had. Like Rosti Sobek didn't have his glasses on; he could not see, and we should have been driving the ball at him 100 miles an hour as much as we could, and we weren't doing that. My partner here is Gabino Irizarry. He is a paddle tennis or a paddle ball player, new to pickleball, been taking lessons, has a great backhand drive, and here we go. We get up to the net really well. Gabino, new when you're dinking, you don't want to step back from the dink line. If you're stepping backwards, you're giving up ground, and that's one of the things he's been learning. Nice little dink battle. Now, I should have been ready for that, but Gabino put it a little bit too high up, and William Sobek was able to make me pay for that one. See, Gabino's got a really wicked backhand. He's able to take that out of the air and put it away. Yeah, Gabino called that ball out. I didn't hear him fast enough. I wasn't able to let that one go. It might have been close. So sometimes, it's better to just play the ball. Rosti hit a very good shot there. It was a cut shot. This is me and Gabino's first time playing a tournament together. Actually, only second time we've ever played together. And, you never get too upset when you first start playing with somebody. You got to figure them out. You got to figure out what their tendencies are. You got to figure out how to work as a team. So we called a quick timeout there. We're down 2 points. Called a quick timeout to just see if we could get on the same page, figure out a strategy. Get away with that one. William Sobek really doesn't miss a whole lot of shots. We should have been playing his dad the whole time. But once again, we weren't picking up on some of these cues in competition. You got stressed. You're just trying to get the ball over. Sometimes you're not able to relax. I missed a shot. Now, you should always stabilize. See how I never stopped moving through that shot? 0-3. Finally got on the board here. Now we're at 1-3. You always want to stop. Going back to what I was saying, you always want to stop before you hit. And I run through a lot of shots. We weren't ever able to get out of trouble there. Gabino put one a little too far, and William was able to crush it down the line. I almost got that back. Getting a dink battle there. See how Gabino was not holding the line? He tends to back up away from the line. You really want to hold that line when you're doing dinks. Only want to step back if you can't take it out of there and you want it to bounce so you catch the ball at its highest peak. We were doing a good job. You always want to try and keep the people back. So we were keeping Rosti back on the back line, just keeping the pressure on them, not letting them get up to the net. So that's really what we expected a lot more of, was him just driving the ball. But they were really playing a good game. They were patient, making us make mistakes. I was able to get a putback to his backhand there, put some pressure on him. That was just a horrible shot for me. I didn't get a third shot in there, put it up where he could crush it. He put it out of reach. Gabino put some good pressure on him there. We should have done a lot more of that, given that Rosti couldn't see well. We were at 2-3-1. 2-4. 2-4-2. Sorry. So on the back line here, you always want to try to be stable or moving forward. You don't want to be backing up. Gabino was kind of falling back on his heels, and that ball kind of sailed on him. You really want to be having your weight moving forward through the shot from a stable position. See, once again, I got stuck there. I had my paddle down, but Gabino has to get that ball lower, right? You need to get the ball out of reach so they can't take it out of the air if possible. See, I popped that up. I'm really usually comfortable in that backhand dink position. That's one of my strong suits. I popped that up really badly, and Rosti was able to make me pay for it. I found that one of the problems I had is that when I get nervous, I tend to over grip. And so one of the things you can do is squeeze the handle of the paddle and then let go. Squeeze it real hard and then let it go. And that'll help you kind of relax your grip. See, once again, I was not getting up to the net. I was staying back. You got to get up to the net as soon as you can. I had 2 shots. I gave him 3 cracks at me without getting up to the net. And that's not what you want to do. You want to hit that 3rd shot, and you want to get up to the net as fast as possible. I was hanging back, and I let him control that. 2-7. 2-7-2. We're just getting smoked here. Self-inflicted wounds. It's a decent 3rd shot. I was able to get to the net and not get the ball over the net. So once again, just basics, folks. You want to get the ball over. I shouldn't be missing these easy shots. At this point, I started getting in my head. I was getting very uncomfortable. I was starting to second guess everything. Was able to get a putback on them there. Nice deep return, making them work for it. And we're just out of sorts. You can tell that we're not comfortable. Either one of us is not comfortable. We're not getting shots in. We're not getting smooth shots and playing our game. which it happened, right? These guys have won gold. They've played in a lot of tournaments. This is our first tournament together. I put that up right on Rosti's forehand. You know, if you're going to hit one to the middle, you want it to the backhand of the forehand side, so you're making them work. You don't want to put it to the forehand of the forehand side. That was just a poor shot selection on my part. So once again, we're calling another timeout here. We're trying to figure out some kind of strategy. My strategy is relax and get the ball over and be patient with the shots. I wasn't playing patient at all. A good dink battle here. I was doing a good job of moving him around. See how I'm moving to his forehand. Now, see, that was my ball. We weren't communicating. You know, Gabino jumped in there. He has a phenomenal backhand. So if you're playing with somebody that has a great backhand, you just got to communicate. Typically, all the middle is the forehand shot. That's usually their ball. Like I said, we were out of sync, weren't really working well together. Got him into a dink battle. They worked really hard there. I should have put the ball away, and then once again, I miss a dink wide. That shouldn't happen either. You know, like I said, we were way out of sorts. Do a little bit better this second game here as we get into the second game. You know, our strategy didn't change much. Wanted to drive the ball a little bit more for me to try and set up a fifth shot drop. That was a bad choice for us. You know, driving is not my game. I'm really better at the soft game, but really we were scrambling to do anything right at this point. I was out of sorts, and it just was not hitting the ball correctly most of the time. All right, let's see if we can make a little bit better showing for ourselves here. First game didn't take even 11 minutes. That's one good note is always get the serve return over. You're not going to win any points on your serve return, so get it deep, get it to the back of the court, so making them work to get back up there. You never want to hit it short. You never want to hit it in the net. 0-0. Here we go. Got a decent one there. You know, you just got to communicate with your partner. See, Gabino moved me over and stepped into for that forehand. He had a great drive shot out of it. Getting into a dink battle here. Definitely was more comfortable in this game. Was moving them around, hitting dinks in different places. But once again, see, I was teeing that ball up for them. I was trying to take it out of the air, and I should have let the ball bounce, stepped back, catch it at its highest point, and do something with it, versus just trying to take it out of the air. Now, as you can see, they're really starting to work me in this ball, right? Because they realize I am not putting any pressure on them. I'm not doing anything with their shots. I'm just getting it back over. And so you need to have a purpose. Just getting it back over, good players are going to recognize that, and they realize, hey, you know what? We're just going to work this guy because he's going to get us a setup eventually. And I was popping it up. Why wouldn't you? Like, that's smart play. I was not dinking well for a lot of this. See, once again, so Gabino popped that one up, and I was not able to put a paddle on it. But like I said, folks, they were really having their way with us. We weren't putting any pressure on them whatsoever. Luckily, I let that one go. Seems like the only chance we got is when they missed their shots. 2-1-2. So William Sobek has just really fast hands, and that's, you know, he's just a really good player. We're trying just about anything to try and get some points here. 3-1-2. Got lucky there. Hear his dad say you don't need to be nice. So William Sobek, I think, was feeling guilty, apparently. And his dad's like, hey, you don't need to be nice. This is a competition. I wouldn't be nice to us either. We were teeing the ball up for them. They don't need to feel bad for us. We paid to get our butt spanked. You know, one of the ways you do get better is to test yourselves against tested pros, and we came up short. I was faking a little Ernie there. Once again, you know, Gabino popped it up. I was not able to get it back down and get it reset. We're just out of sorts. Not really working well together. Not really communicating well. Trying to figure it out. And this is what, you know, tournament play is different. It's different than rec play. I mean, I'm missing so many shots that I just don't normally miss. I was basically in my head, not feeling comfortable with just about anything, ready for the pain to be over, which at this rate it's going to be over pretty quickly. Four, 1-1 score is. Dink battle here. I was moving around good. Like when I was comfortable, I wasn't dinking bad. But I did not get comfortable for very long. You never want to hit in the same spot. You know, 2, maybe 3 times you can dink in the same spot, but never just not make them move. You want to make them move around. See how he pulled the trigger really quick, caught Gabino off guard. I was not doing anything with those dinks. So dead dinks are never good. You want to do something with the dinks. You want to put some pressure on them, put some spin, put it somewhere. At this point, I'm just ready for the pain to be over. 6-1-2. Rosti missed the dink there. Finally, I was able to get a setup. I got Rosti to pop it up, was able to do something with it. Probably the only thing good I did in 2 games here. Maybe 1 or 2 decent sequences like that. Really not a great showing for the Pickleball Pirate. Little dink battle here. My dinks were all popping up. I don't know if it was the grip I was holding or if I was holding too tight. I think I was gripping too tight and just never got comfortable with it, and that's why the ball was popping up. I wasn't putting much with it. I was able to get a good shot there, so maybe 2 good plays in 2 games. But I was able to put some pressure on Rosti's backhand there, really low with a little bit of top spin. But I was patient. I finally, settled down a little bit in that rally. Didn't pop it up for them to put it away on me. Gabino got stuck there on his backhand. He couldn't get set correctly to get back in the play there. Again, I think I had been hitting 3rd shot pretty decent. I think that's only the 1st or 2nd, 3rd shot I missed in 2 games. See, once again, see how I'm popping that up? That's because my grip was too firm. I wasn't doing anything with these shots. I was just trying to survive and just getting the ball over. Was not really, had no plan. Gabino wants that one back for sure. Seven, 3-2. See, that was a poor shot. William was sitting right there in the middle, waiting on me to do that. It was just a poor shot. If you're going to hit the ball up, you want to hit it at people's shoulders. You don't want to put it right at their waist level, right in their forehand. That was just stupid. 3-8. Make it at least making them think about the Ernie. One of the things you do, you don't. If people have really fast hands, William has a really fast hand. We should never have started any kind of fast play with him. Take your chances in the dink. Never go to somebody's strength, especially if they got really fast hands. You don't drive the ball at them. You try to take away their strength. I was able to get a putback there. Rosti got stuck in a bad position. Gabino got him in a bad position. He popped the ball up. I was able to crush it. Okay, maybe 3 good things in 2 games. Not a whole lot to be happy for in this tournament or these 2 games here. once again, we're calling a timeout. Just gasping for air here. Just like fishes out of water. We were walking around. You can even tell we're confused over there. Gabino's telling me what he thinks I should do. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I can't even do anything right. But, you know, I did hit some good shots, right? I did do some good dink battles. You know, you got to learn to not get so down on yourself, right? I totally beat myself in these games. I beat myself. I got lack of confidence. I didn't have amnesia. I was too busy thinking about all my mistakes. You got to have amnesia when you're playing. One shot to the next. It's a mini tournament. Every shot you hit, and then you forget it. You hit it and you forget it. That's the way you need to play pickleball. You can't just keep railing on yourself and not feeling good about it, and then your emotions get down, and then you're by that time you're just done. So once again, that was a lack of communication between me and Gabino. That was his ball. I didn't know where he was. He didn't call it, and so I was in a position to take it, and I shouldn't have taken it. It should have been the forehand. But that's, you know, we've never played together, so that's us learning how to play with each other. Really good work there. Gabino really worked himself back up to the net. Ball popped up off the net. We got lucky with William missing that. Backhand dink battles, I'm typically pretty good at the backhand dinks. That's more of my comfort position, but once again, I'm not keeping the ball low. I hit that one low at him and not at his shoulder. Good dink battle going on here. I was moving it around, moving Rosti around, back to the middle, back to the side, trying to keep him moving. You notice that I'm not really having to move much. I could have ate that one. I popped it up too far. We got a good sequence there. I was trying to set up another Ernie on William. 9-4-2. See, I'm pushing him outside, pushing him inside. Then I'll bring it back over to the forehand. Really, I had control of these points, but I did nothing with it. Right? I didn't put any pressure on him. And then eventually I popped one up. See, I did not do well in these games. But you know what? That's why you do it. You play tournaments so you can get better, see how you react, and then you learn from it. I've watched these tapes. I've learned from my mistakes. I've gotten way better than I did here. And, yeah, this was not a great showing for the Pickleball Pirate, but it was a learning experience. Thanks for watching. See you next time on the channel.